welcome. Today I am so excited to be talking about ankle booties, specifically how to wear them with all of your types of jeans. So if you haven't been paying attention, or if you've been living under a rock somewhere, you've seen there's a lot of different types of denim on trend right now. Everything from wide legs to wide leg crops to little kick flares to even a full-on cropped flare jean. And the big question comes up all the time: how do I wear all my different types of boots with the different types of denim? Today we're here to answer that question, and B, I really wanted to focus on some of the denim trends and then how to wear them with all your different types of booties, because we have, all these new trends and booties as well, but really it's about how can I style maybe a new type of denim trend with older style ankle boots and things that you already have in your wardrobe. So we're not talking about knee-high boots or over-the-knee boots. That's kind of a whole nother topic in and of itself. So today I'm ready to dive in and talk about ankle booties, because I love ankle boots in the fall and in the winter. It's just kind of that perfect go-to shoe for everything from pants to skirts to dresses. Booties just make it all come together. Anyway, so I decided to style myself up in one of my favorite pairs of booties, and if you haven't noticed, I'm in love with this kind of marigold, goldenrod, mustard yellow color. Go back to one of my older videos where I talked about my obsession with that color as of late. But I also want to talk about the cropped flare. So these are a pair of cropped flare jeans from Citizens of Humanity. I can't think of the actual style name. I have such short legs that these are actually hemmed up on me, and so I've lost a little bit of the flare to the jean. I can go like that and you can maybe see a little bit of the flare out at the bottom. Unfortunately, that's just one of the issues that I have to deal with. I always joke that I have the legs of a 5'2" woman. My mom, love her to death, is about 5'2", maybe 5'3" on a good day, and I have the same length inseam as she does. However, I am 5'6", almost 5'7", if that tells you anything. So all of my length for my particular body comes from my torso. So it's always an issue whenever I look for jeans, buy jeans. I could have a whole nother video topic just on how to buy jeans and find jeans for shorter legged women. But that's always my issue, is getting them hemmed up, finding them short enough. Even when I buy ankle length jeans, they're like the right length on me and they're full length on me. But anyway, I digress from that topic. So like I said, these are a pair of cropped flare jeans by Citizens of Humanity, and I paired them with kind of a taller leopard print ankle bootie. These are from a couple years ago from Ann Taylor. I actually got them on like clearance sale, half off. It was a great buy. I've been wearing them all the time. However, when you're wearing kind of a cropped flare jean, something that has kind of a kick out to the bottom, you still want to have a little bit of a gap between the bottom of your pants and the top of the bootie. I personally am not a fan of tucking jeans straight in. Obviously you can't do that when you're wearing kind of a cropped flare either, but the whole point is to kind of show off the shoe, and it actually in a weird way elongates the leg. And by having that little bit of peek of skin, it showcases your smallest portion of your leg, which who doesn't want to do that? And it really does kind of keep it current as opposed to making it look a little bit dated. Now, some of you might be saying, but what about that little piece of skin? I'm gonna freeze. Honestly, you really don't. You wear a normal sock underneath that doesn't show when you look down from the top of the boot. And then also you could even wear like a skin tone nylon or like a knee-high nylon if you're really that cold. I told one of my clients the other day that she's totally welcome to wear a knee-high nylon plus a sock under her boots, so that way she can have a little bit of warmth on that part of the leg, and you can't even see that she's wearing like a flesh tone nylon in between the top of the boot and the bottom of the jean. So that's kind of the topic for cropped flares. So you could wear these kinds of jeans with really any of your types of boots. So I pulled out all of the styles or heights of boots that we're kind of seeing right now, both from a couple years ago and then kind of going into this year's fall trends. So number one, you've actually seen these boots before, the Donald Pliner higher kind of mid calf shaft length boot. And then a little bit lower, I just grabbed some Fries. These are a little bit lower than the Donald Pliners as well, have kind of more of that rugged look, so that's why I wanted to pull these out. These for your wardrobe might be comparable to kind of a hiking boot or even a combat boot. Combat boots aren't really my particular style, so this is kind of the closest thing that I had, but their height is going to be really similar in the shaft. And then the next level is kind of this just truncated length ankle boot. This one is just kind of that Chelsea style boot by Sam Edelman a couple years ago. And then the lower profile bootie. So sometimes you might find these with a heel or even a flat height, but they usually have some sort of a dip in the front, kind of a lower profile in the front. These particular ones are just my favorite, rag and bone. I think they're called the Harrow bootie. So let's talk about the different ways to style all of our different shaft heights of boots. So we talked about the crop flare. You want to keep a little bit of skin peek in between the bottom and the top of the pants and the shoes. Let's talk about the next style of denim, our go-to skinny jeans. So these ones actually are just a high-rise skinny jean by Citizens, again, of Humanity. I love these ones because they are the rocket high-rise. And so again, for somebody like me with short legs, by bringing my pant leg up and over my hips, it actually creates a longer line for my legs, especially for those of us that have a smaller waistline in comparison to our hips and thighs. It helps get rid of any muffin top because we're going up and over the problem. So these are just some regular length skinnies. So if I were going to wear these with the first pair that I have here of shoes, the higher shaft height. I know, I'm gonna laugh every time I say shaft height. I'm sorry. Maybe it's the little giddy schoolgirl in me being a nerd, but whatever. I would probably roll these jeans up a little bit just to make sure that I had a peak of skin in between the top of the pant and the bottom of the boot, or the top of the boot, bottom of the pant. You know what I mean. And since these ones have already been altered to fit me, I don't have a ton of extra fabric at the bottom. If you had a ton of extra fabric, you might want to consider either chopping it off yourself, getting some scissors out, doing your own little whack-off job at the bottom of the pants, which is actually a huge trend for denim anyway, to have that raw edge hem. Or you could take them to maybe the place you bought them or find a local seamstress and have them tailored up to right above the ankle bone. I find with skinny jeans, if you have them right above the ankle bone, it's kind of that perfect happy medium. You can roll them up and wear them with booties. You can roll them all the way down and wear them with flats or heels. And then you can have them all the way down too and then wear them with your knee-high boots or over-the-knee boots. So kind of that perfect place to hem your skinny jeans is right above the ankle bone. If you were gonna wear these with kind of that combat or hiking style boot, you can get away with tucking a true skinny like this into the boot a little bit more. I would suggest maybe even having an intentional sock just to kind of bring that line up a little bit higher. It looks a little bit awkward when the boot is kind of low and then your leg just like doesn't really quite finish that line. So if you were to tuck these into like a combat style boot or a hiking style boot, actually have like an intentional sock showing above, and it's kind of cute. I even grabbed some that I'm obsessed with lately that have some jewels on there. So tuck your skinny jeans in, have a little bit of the jewel showing, or just a plain sock, or maybe even like a quirky sock that has something on there that represents you. I grew up around cats, even though I'm not a cat person anymore. I like dogs better. But anyway, I grew up with cats and I have some cute little socks that have cats all over them. So something like that might be fun. The next style of boot, kind of that Chelsea or even that full-on low profile ankle boot. These guys, again, I would recommend cuffing your jeans a little bit just to have that little peak of skin. You technically could tuck the jeans into the boot because there's enough room in the opening of the boot. I personally just don't like that look. If you're a little bit taller, it looks a little bit better just because it helps elongate the leg. But for somebody with shorter leg problems, can that be a hashtag? Hashtag shorter leg problems? I always prefer a little bit of peak of skin. So that's kind of the next style of jean. Lately, we've also been seeing kind of the step hem. So if you're not familiar with what that means, it's this hem on the bottom of the jean where they have a higher rise in the front as compared to the back. So you can kind of see it here. These ones have a raw edge. They're by Mother Denim. These are the Stunners, I think. So they're an extra high rise, have that little bit of step hem to them as well. You might see a step hem on a crop flare. You might see it on a skinny. These are a full-on skinny jean, so you're gonna see just a little bit of like the ankle on the front. What's great about the step hem is it kind of already does that little cuffing job for you. So again, you can wear a step hem with the higher shafted boots. Again, just making sure that there's a little bit of skin. Now that should already be taken care of because of that step hem on the front of the denim. Again, you could wear it with like the combat style or hiking style boot. Again, having maybe a sock over it too if you want to tuck it into the boot fully, or you can kind of cuff your jeans in between the top of the boot and the bottom of the jeans. With your full-on ankle booty, kind of do whatever. Again, I would always recommend having a little bit of skin. So with the step hem, it should already be done for you. If it's not, then maybe take them to a seamstress and again, have them hemmed up a little bit for you, something she can easily whack off, and then wash them, and you'll get that original kind of raw edge hem look to it. Most step hems already have a raw edge on there for you, so just embrace it. All right, next kind of style, we've also been seeing the wide leg crops. Again, this is another pair. Apparently I like to fold all my jeans up and put them away without buttoning them. This is kind of a wide leg crop by Mother Denim. It's high rise as well. Obviously I like my high rises. That doesn't mean everybody has to wear high rise. It's totally up to your preference and what looks best on you. So you can see any of these types of denim with the different types of bottom openings and wide leg, skinny leg, whatever, and lots of different rises this way. So keep that in mind. But anyway, the cropped wide leg, again, is kind of perfect because you could wear it with any of your denim. I would hesitate to really wear it with like a really like tough looking booty, such as the hiking or like combat boot, just because it can be a lot of heaviness on bottom. You're already wearing a wide leg, then you're gonna add like a really chunky, heavy shoe. Unless it's like the perfect outfit, it would bring a lot of heaviness to the legs. So I would recommend that type of look to somebody that maybe wants to add some fullness in their bottom half. Might be something they could embrace. So you can obviously wear it with the higher shafted, yep, higher shafted boot to your full-on ankle boots and so on. Again, you want to make sure these are hemmed to the right length. So yes, I had to have these ones whacked off as well for my short little legs. Well, they're short this way, they're not little this way. And last but not least, the boyfriend jean. So we haven't seen the boyfriend jean around as much, but you can still definitely wear them. Especially they look great, you know, with sneakers. They are something you could wear with ankle booties. Again, I'm just cuffing them a little bit because I would suggest to have a little bit of skin show in between the bottom of the pant and the top of the boots, especially with boyfriend jeans because they're already baggy as it is. So you need something to kind of elongate the leg and showcase that smaller portion of your figure. So if you think about it, we're all smaller at our ankle. If you're wearing a baggy boyfriend fit pant, you're already adding volume to the lower half. So if you showcase that tiny little ankle, it kind of balances out the bagginess of the denim. So again, you could wear it with the higher shafted boots. You could wear it again with the kind of tougher inspired hiking or combat style boot. Again, it would take the right outfit and the right body type to really pull that off and not look too dense on bottom. But again, by cuffing it, you're gonna help you know, balance that out. And then lastly, again, you can wear it with either type of ankle booty, whether it's the low profile or it's got the lower, you know, dip in the front, whatever it is, heeled, no heeled, flat, whatever. Again, making sure to cuff it just a little bit because you want to showcase that smaller portion of the ankle. Last but not least, I do have my little mannequin here styled up. You've probably seen these jeans a lot. These are a kick flare by Mother Denim as well. And these guys are perfect, again, with a little bit of a higher shafted boot. We're seeing a huge trend right now with this like height of shaft on the boot to even the boots that come up and they're like a sock boot. So from here up, they're completely fitted to your calf. I personally don't like the look of a sock boot on myself, so I don't own any, but they do look great. And again, with that, you don't really want to tuck your jeans into it. It kind of looks awkward. So Again, having a little bit of space in between the boot and the jeans, showing a little bit of skin. I just always like that look with denim. So hopefully you learned something today. If not, then I'll just keep putting out more videos and hopefully you like one of them. As always, check me out on YouTube, follow me on social media. I am at Style by Deidra with Style and Grace. Mwah! Love you.
Hey loves, if you liked today's video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to check me out on Facebook and Instagram at Style by Deidra.